A very first team match over at the new iteration of There Will Be Trivia. Obviously, we had a previous iteration of There Will Be Trivia before, which turned into Worldwide Movie Trivia, which then turned Full Metal Trivia, but now we're back into There Will Be Trivia, and the team league is officially this. So we have this going on, and we have two brand new teams in this. We have two players that you know very, very well, and we have two players, one of which you know fairly well, decently well, I'll say, and then another one you might not know at all. So let's go ahead and get to my co-host first. His name is Paul Oyama. Paul, how do you feel about this team match, and what do you think teams going forward?
I'm excited. You know, new teams always mean new beginnings, and it's a new beginning for this team league, and both of these pairs of guys are going to be teaming up and seeing what they can do together. You know, that chemistry, it's pretty important, so we'll see how they're starting off from day one, but it should be a fun match.
You got that right. So we're just going to go ahead and introduce first. We have a team name. I'll let them introduce their team names. Well, no, because it's going to be in the title. So we have the Jurassic Sharks, two teams that you guys, or two players that you might not fully be familiar with. One, Kirk, you know him decently well if you've been paying attention to Full Metal Classic and, you know, some stuff lately. And then Sean, I'm not even going to try and say your last name. I'm just going to call you JT. Jurassic Sharks, quickly, how'd you guys come up with your team name, and what are your guys' thoughts on your careers as a team here in the There Will Be Trivia?
Team name was, we just thought it sounded cool, and Sean found a pretty cool t-shirt. Sean showed me your shirt, so we got a built-in promotion there. But we feel great about it, happy to be together, happy to be here. Our first team match anywhere, making our debut, going against what I think is probably, you know, if anybody did preseason rankings, this is probably the best team in the league we're going up against. But we have, or at least our division, we have championship aspirations, so we've got to face championship teams. Let's do it.
There you go. I definitely respect that. Sean, anything you want to pitch in?
To be the man, you got to beat the man. Let's do this.
There we go. I love it. And as you guys see, mad respect for these two players that you know very well in singles and in different teams. It's their first time ever teaming up, and they hate each other. And I have a video. I have you know, a little voice recording to prove it. We have Brian Michaels and Sean Sandberg. They are the nice guys. Me and Jake were the other guys, so they thought, hey, we want to be like you. We'll be the nice guys. How do you guys feel about your guys' chemistry already, and what are your expectations going into the season? Brian?
Well, you know, I got to play an epic match against Sean one time, and so when the opportunity came up to actually team up with him, I thought there was no better partner I could have than Sean. And as far as the nice guys thing, you know, one day I was giving him a hard time for being a Canadian stereotype, just being like disgustingly nice, and I thought, I love the movie The Nice Guys. Let's just go with that for a team.
There you go. And as you can tell in his eyes, he's not all messed up on drugs and alcohol. He's actually super tired. He's taking one for the team and sticking to the schedule. Sean Sandberg, you know, pop some Red Bull and some coffee right now to feel a little better. But how do you feel going into this match and the season moving forward?
I don't know what Brian was talking about before. I'm a fucking asshole.
I guess we'll see in this match, right?
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about teaming up with Brian. I mean, I think just he's one of the top 5 players in any league. Like, you've got that voice recording where I'm saying, oh my god, this fucking guy, but at the same time, like, very clearly, probably the most sarcastic thing I've ever said about anybody. Just genuinely awesome guy, and I cannot wait to play this game.
There you go.
And big respect to both of our opponents. I've seen Kirk play and I've seen Schmoedown play. Both of them know their shit. So.
There you go. So I'm going to try my best to not confuse you guys with the names of Sean, but we'll see what we can do. So with that being said, the nice guys, you are going to be A, and then Jurassic Sharks, you guys are going to be B. In case there's any ties, we do a face-off here. So, you know, if there's any ties, it just determines the decision, because not based on rankings, because how we go. So you're going to yell out your individual letter. We're just going to hear the letter. It doesn't matter who says it.
Do we get to confer after we yell it, or does the
No, it's individual, just, yeah.
Gotcha.
But they're going to be, it's literally the softball. It's meant to be a speed round. So, because it's not worth a point, it's just worth the advantage. So,
Gotcha.
Just yell out your letter, and then Paul will confirm with me. So, are we ready? Remember, nice guys, A, yell out A, wait to be called on. B, Dress Sharks, wait to be called on. Who directed Moonrise Kingdom?
B.
I heard A first, correct?
I think that was Sean.
Okay, A was Sean.
Wes Anderson.
That is correct. All right, so if there's any ties after rounds 1 or round 2, the nice guys will have the decision to go first or second, or, you know, choose their numbers first in round 3. So with that being said, we know how round 1 goes, the exact same as singles, except for, you know, there's 5 questions each instead of 4 and a total of 10, not 12. So nice guys, can you let us know what you chose as your round 1 strength?
Die Hard, specifically numbers 1 through 4.
Yeah, well, We didn't have enough time to deal with it. It's going to be 5, but it's not a hard question, I promise, because there's 5 questions. So it's not promise. It's not going to trip you up. And then the Jurassic Sharks. What did you guys choose?
We went with Sin City, specifically 1 and 2.
Yeah, and as you guys noticed,
Sorry, there's some questions from 3 in there. Sorry.
Yeah,
Crunch on time.
yeah. Me and Paul, we got our script out a little early. So Paul might be helping me write some questions. We had a recording before this, so I'm gonna take over, and then he'll just let me know when he's ready to jump back.
I'm ready. I got
Then
round 3 off.
that's how great he is. So I'll go ahead and do you want Sin City or do you want Die Hard?
Either one. Doesn't matter.
I'll go ahead and take Sin City.
Nope. You can take it. Yeah, go
My headphones are not working well, so I don't hear very well. So you're gonna be my backup. So anyway, I'll take Sin City. Whiteboard. Who plays Senator Rourke? I like to write questions in terms of I think you know the movies, so I shouldn't have to write any extra stuff. Oh, he actually has a sticker. I didn't think I saw that at first. 5,
Brandon.
4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start with Sandberg.
That would be Powers Booth.
All right, we're gonna start with the other Sean.
Howard Booth.
All right, Brian and Kirk.
My favorite Hollywood name, Howard Booth.
There you go. All right, 2-2.
Mine is probably Bobcat Goldthwait, but respect on that. Your next question in Die Hard. Why was Powell demoted? What did he do to get demoted?
You already know this is gonna be a great match when the pens are just scribbling.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say these two are softballs by any means, but they're definitely not deepest cuts. But how quickly they're writing, I'm impressed. 5,
Oh, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. JT.
Sean
Yeah.
nods it. Yeah, Sean nods it.
Shot
All right, and let's go to Brian.
Shot a kid.
All right,
It seemed real.
Kirk
He shot a kid.
and Sean.
Shot a kid.
Look at that. We're off to a great start. Back over to Sin City. What does Dwight discover about Jackie Boy after he goes through his pockets? I like you guys. We don't fuck around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kirk.
He's a cop.
All right, and Brian.
He's a cop.
SW
He's a cop.
and Sandberg.
First miss, I said he found his cigarettes.
Oof, is in fact a cop. So Sharks takes a 1-point lead, 6-5.
All right. Question number 2 in Die Hard. The president of what continent is being brought into custody in Die Hard 2? Or what continent? From what continent?
Yeah.
President.
Is that? He's not the president of.
Can I get a repeat of the question?
Yeah. A president from/of what continent is being brought into custody in Die Hard 2?
It's one of those where it's like, let's see how it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start with Sandberg.
Africa?
Okay, we're gonna go to SW.
I had Central America.
Brian
South America.
and Kirk.
South America?
2 correct answers, and they are both South America. So not much ground has
They
changed.
get
Other
it
than,
on Central America, not continent.
I know, that's all I.
Be wary of that.
yeah, don't. You're gonna diss Nazario. Do it right.
What state? Washington D.C. can take over.
Exactly. What pop star plays Bertha in A Dame to Kill For?
Sin City? Not paying attention or not aware of the subtitle of one?
See, sometimes as a host, I kind of just, remember that there's editing that happens later. So I take advantage of that so the people watching at home see it on screen. The people here are well aware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Brian. All right, and Kirk,
Lady Gaga.
Sean, Sandberg,
I did not have it.
and SW.
Lady Gaga.
Is correct. Next question in Die Hard. What disease is McClane suffering from in Die Hard with a Vengeance? Affliction, disease. I don't know if disease is quite the right word.
I was trying to put respect on this disease. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to SW.
Alcoholism.
All right, and Brian.
Alcoholism.
All right, Kirk.
I said a hangover. He does say several times in the movie he has a killer hangover.
But that's not a disease. That's just a sickness at best. So Sandberg.
He's 2 steps away from being full-blown alcoholic. 1 step.
Yes. So that is huge for the nice guys. They cut into the lead. Now back down to only 1. The lead was 2. Sin City, your penultimate question, as Paul says, I love that word. Not true. Of Sin City, who co-directed A Dame to Kill For with Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, the sound of those squeaky pens.
Shout out, not doing too much research for this movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, repeat. Oh. Who co-directed A Dame to Kill For with Robert Rodriguez? 5, 4,
See if that repeat pays
3,
off.
2, 1. With the repeat, we're going to start with SW.
Frank Miller.
Okay, and then we're going to go to Sandberg.
Frank Miller.
Kirk.
Frank Miller.
And Brian. There we go. Are you going to indulge us on what you originally wrote, SW?
I was thinking of the Quentin Tarantino scene in Sin City 1.
That's why I didn't even mess around with the first one. I went straight to Dame to Kill For, so there's no confusion. I ain't trying to hear it.
All right. Question number 4 in Die Hard. Who plays John's daughter, Lucy, in Live Free or Die Hard?
Or as it says on the doc, Live Free, and you just probably kind of.
It's not Lucy from that movie, Lucy. Where apparently unlocking your brain gives you psychic powers. Who knows? Depends down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Sandberg.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
And Kirk.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
SW.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
And Brian.
Mary Elizabeth.
Clean sweep across the board.
All right, your final question of Sin City. How old was Nancy when Hartigan saved her as a younger girl? Didn't mean to offend you, SW, with how quickly you wrote that. He's like, I wrote that on my board at the beginning of the match because I knew you was gonna fucking ask that. 5, 4, 3. If you already had it written on the board, please do not erase the other one later. 2 and 1. We are gonna start with SW because I like you.
11.
All right, and Sean Sandberg.
At 9.
Brian. All right, yeah, Brian. I already said it.
11.
All right, and Kirk.
11.
That is a huge situation right there.
All right, and your final question of round 1 is also your final question in Die Hard. What country does A Good Day to Die Hard take place in?
See? For future reference, 1 through 5, it's going to ask you 5 questions. I was like, I'll be easy since you didn't know and I wasn't feel like dealing with it.
I definitely overstudied for that.
I do feel like they're good questions.
You'll see, depending on who writes the questions, that could pay off, or it could just be Henry writing actor questions. Anyway, 5.
Only for A Dame to Kill For.
3, 2. Other matches, 2. 1.
Now,
Let's get Brian. Did overstudy for that too, Sandra.
Russia.
Kirk.
Didn't study for this one at all, but I remember the trailer. Russia.
And SW.
Just like Kirk, didn't study for it, Russia.
Of course, when I saw this movie in a hotel room 5 days ago, it was horrible. And coming out of round 1, I believe we have a score of 16. Wait, 18 to 16?
18-16 is what I have.
Okay.
All right, so we don't have to worry about the face-off advantage, but Jurassic Sharks, you are up 2. Would you like to go first or second?
We're spinning first, right, Sean?
Yep.
All right.
It's for this season. It's still the 3 spins.
3 spins. Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
but also if the team before you gets a category and they use it, then when the next team goes, if you spin it, it's a dead category.
But you're going first, so you don't have to worry about it. So,
Yep.
all right, gentlemen, your first spin of 3. You already know what's on the wheel because we don't waste time saying it during a match.
Nice spin.
Thank you. Gary Oldman. That is an R in there, I promise. Wizarding World. Roll over from Jay Burns. Or from Jim.
Probably both.
Jay. And 60s. Would you like one of those 3, or do you want to risk it all, gentlemen?
That didn't go the way we thought, Sean.
Can't risk it all.
Can I? I don't know what's on the board, and I don't have your
There's a message.
camera.
Yeah.
Can I
All right,
know
so
what's on the board?
60s Wizarding World, actor filmography, The Endgame, which is final movies in a franchise, Tarantino, Gary Oldman, recent releases, quotes, 3-hour movies, and Fast and Furious franchise.
Ooh. There's only one on there I really hate, Sean. What do you think?
I say risk it.
Let's spin it.
They are going to risk
Risk.
it. Oh! And you gentlemen will be stuck with Quentin Tarantino.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Henry, you can go ahead and take these.
I will.
This one or just have to talk about it?
No, you just verbalize it.
Yeah.
You don't have to write it down. But if you want to use it for your...
Yeah, strategy.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
Go ahead.
First question, Tarantino. Don't forget multiple choice. And for anyone out there, don't get jarred when they start saying random shit because they have a code. What is Ordell's drink of choice in Jackie Brown?
Any idea?
No.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, milk, B, Hennessy, C, pina colada, or D, screwdriver?
Trying to remember.
My immediate one goes to green. What do you think?
Can I get the choices one more time?
Yeah, milk, Hennessy, pina colada, or screwdriver?
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
5,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You want to go with that?
4.
Yeah, we'll go with the.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Nice guys.
For a 1-point steal.
I believe that it's a screwdriver. Ryan, you know?
You know Tarantino better than I do, so go for it.
Screwdriver, final answer.
There we go. That is 1 point.
That's
And
correct.
yes, final answer is needed because, it's teams. Everyone knows by now, but just in case, thanks for the reminder.
I was wondering if Henry would say rum punch in there as a little wink wink.
That would have been good. Second question. What pop star does the crew discuss the true meaning of their song at the beginning of Reservoir Dogs?
The true meaning? It's Madonna, Sean, right? Like a virgin?
Yeah, whatever you say, man. You're the one that's the Reservoir Dog guy.
Madonna, final answer.
That is correct. For a 3-point lead. Third question. What does Aldo Rain do to the Germans that he lets go in Inglourious Bastards?
It's he draws a swastika on her forehead with a knife, right?
Yeah, Carter's a swastika on their head. Final answer.
That is correct. Thank you for not making me go to multiple choice because
You
they're
didn't
not
use the word
great.
carve exactly as it was presented in the answer on the document.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
One of their answers was shave their head and brand their scalp. I was trying to make it similar to that one so it doesn't stand out as much.
Sure.
Fourth question. What is the nickname of Julia's radio personality in Death Proof?
Oh.
I don't know it on multiple choice.
Yeah, let's go multiple.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Julie Julia, B, Jungle Julia, C, Julia Jones, or D, Julie the Jewel?
B. It's B, Sean. Pretty sure.
Is it? Go.
Yeah. B, final answer.
That is correct.
Saying they abandoned their code very early on.
If he knows it, I'm
Yeah, I didn't. There was a lot of.
He was like, fuck the code! And your final question. Kurt Russell is known as the Hangman in The Hateful Eight, but what is his full name? His real full name. First and last.
That counts as our guess.
Yeah, as I say, please do not crosstalk, young man.
Kirk, up to you. If you know it, go for it. If it's multiple choice, let's go multiple.
Let's go multiple.
All right, is it A, Chris Mannix, B, Joe Gage, C, Sandy Smithers, or D, John Ruth?
I'm pretty sure. Which number question is it?
This is the last one.
The final.
I'm pretty sure it's pink.
If you're sure it's pink, let's go.
We're gonna say D. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. 7-point lead after their round 2 efforts, which is pretty good because best case scenario they will only, or best case scenario for them, they would only be down 3, depending on nice guy's spin. Still getting used to your guys' names, figured out who's who, and remembering how to say it. So let's go ahead and get your 3 spins for the nice guys. The Endgame, final movies in a franchise. Gary Oldman, swear that's an R in there.
Someone pick it so he stops saying the joke.
Well, I'll have to rewrite it next match probably. And Fast and Furious.
Or do you want to risk it all?
Brian, how do you feel about those?
Not great, but what was the first one again?
The Endgame.
Endgame.
Final film.
Gary Oldman and Fast and Furious.
I don't think I go Fast and Furious just because I don't know a lot of deep stuff on that unless you do. So I'd either go with the other two or just respin and take a chance.
Do you want to respin? Like, I'm leaving this up to you. Like, I'm okay with Gary Oldman, and I'm okay with, I guess, Endgame movies, but it's up to you.
Let's go Gary or Endgame. Which one do you want to do?
How about Endgame movies?
Sure. Okay.
Alright. I will
I can steer this case round two.
Round 2. Your categories are the Endgame, final films, and a film franchise. Question 1. What is the name of Lex Luthor's creation in Superman 4? Superman final answer. For 2 points. Question number 2. Who directed the final installment in the Twilight franchise?
Unless you know, let's take multiple choice.
Let's go multiple choice. Hang on.
Your multiple choice options is it A. Kenneth Branagh, B. Bill Condon, C. Gary Ross, or D. Catherine Hardwicke?
Hardwicke did the first one. Can I hear the options again, please?
A. Kenneth Branagh,
Not Kenneth.
B. Bill Condon, C. Gary Ross, or D. Catherine Hardwicke?
Okay, it's between Condon and Ross. I think it's Condon.
I think that Ross, I know, did some of the Hunger Games. I don't know if he did Twilight.
Gonna need an answer in 5.
Go Condon.
Alright, yeah, Condon.
Final answer?
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. Mission to Moscow is the subtitle of what comedy franchise finale?
Police Academy. Final answer.
Correct for 2 more points.
Did you just write anything regarding that?
Question number 4. Who kills Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2?
That's Neville Longbottom, isn't it?
Harry Potter's my weak spot.
Neville Longbottom. Neville Longbottom's final answer.
Is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal.
It's Weasley.
Weasley. Mrs. Weasley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mrs.
it is.
Weasley's final answer.
We'll accept that. That's respect.
Looked at that. Molly Weasley. Yeah. The quote was, "Get away from my daughter, you bitch."
A little Aliens reference, maybe? And your final question.
Your final question. What is the full title of the final film in George A. Romero's Dead franchise?
I want to say it's Diary of the Dead. I'm not sure.
I think it is. I think you're right. I think it's Diary of the Dead.
Chance.
That sounds.
Diary of the Dead. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
They're incorrect. Transfer a 2-point steal.
I thought that was the last one. Was that not considered part of it? Is it Land of the Dead?
Yeah, Land of the Dead's the only one I would think of right now. Want to go with that?
Yeah, we'll go Land of the Dead. Final answer.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for Survival of the Dead. Survival.
That was 2009, Diary 2007. So I had to fact check because your confidence scared me. All right, so yeah. So after round 2, Jurassic Sharks up 26 to the Nice Guys 22. So round 3 is the same basic concept, but it's handled in the teams format. So what we're gonna do is I'm still gonna do the same, where the team going first is gonna pick 3 numbers 1 through 12, then the other team 3 numbers 1 through 12. Then I will reveal just the category, and then you'll have to decide who wants to take it for what point value. So 2, 3, confer on the 5. So you have to figure that out. So, and obviously you do one at a time. So it could bite you in the ass, or it could be great strategy. Something you'll just have to figure out. So we're gonna start with the numbers first for Sharks. Please, 1 through 12 in any order, because there's no specific point value.
We're going to do my son Jackson's birthday. 9, 5, 8.
All right, and Nice Guys.
Throw some numbers, Sean. You care?
No, I don't.
Let's go 3, 4, 1.
All right, we're gonna start with the Nice Guys. I'm gonna take it away just to make sure it handles, smoothly the first time, and then, we'll go from there. So,
All right, even though I did right.
I might let you ask it, but I'm at least gonna do the process myself. All right, so your first category is action. Do you want to make that your 2 or 3, and who's gonna take it, or your 5 and you confer?
Ryan, you want to make that our 5?
Let's make that a 5.
Make that our.
All right, so they're going to make that their 5, where they will confer. So the 4 is either going to be their 2 or their 3, and one of them's going to have to take it. And that is the category of classics. 2 or 3, and who?
How are you with classics?
I'm decent in classics. Are you consider yourself pretty strong in it, or are you weak?
I'm okay.
You want me to take it?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
take
let
a shot at it, but should I go for 2 points though?
Yeah.
I'll take that for 2.
All right, he's going to make that as 2, and then we'll see what happens with the 3 for Sean. So do you want to read it then, Paul?
Yeah, I'll read it. Your question in classics for 2 points. This is to Brian and Brian only. In Funny Face, where is Audrey Hepburn working when she's discovered by the modeling agency? Just looking at the type of place that she's working at. Not specific.
Is she working like a bar, a club?
That is incorrect. We're looking for a bookstore or a bookshop.
So we're going to go to Sean
This is-
for the 3.
This has to be to Sean. And then category 1. You can go ahead and read this in.
All right, Sean, just to you only. Category 1, which you kind of just happened this way. It's Disney. What is the name of the farmer Cusco travels with in Emperor's New Groove?
It's like hot. Where's the P? Pacho. No answer.
Do you hear an O at the end, Paul? I think I heard an O.
I heard an A. Pacho.
Hot.
Yeah, with an O.
Yes.
It is incorrect. It is Pacha.
All right, so gentlemen, you chose action to be your 5-pointer. You will have to hit this to avoid a TKO and put the pressure back on to your opponents.
And I'll take this question here in the category of action. In action. What is the name of the plane in Con Air?
You got any idea, man?
You got anything? he was named the Jurassic Shark.
And your winner, as I'm starting to say that now, TKO, our very first team match in the new iteration of the Derby Trivia. It is, in fact, the Jurassic Shark, because the answer was Jailbird.
The Jailbird.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk to our winners first. Jurassic Sharks, Kirk and Sean W. This is your very first team match together. You guys might be teaming up in other leagues in the future, but this is the first time you're actually able to put it on paper. How do you guys feel about this match specifically and your future moving forward?
I feel, I'll let Sean go next, but I feel great about it. We both worked hard, especially I'll tell you what, Sean worked his ass off this week, preparing for this match and getting you ready for it. One thing I learned is win or lose in this match, I definitely picked the right partner, picked me, however you want to have it. Hats off to Sean and Brian. I know Sean wasn't feeling 100% going into this, so I appreciate him being here. They had some hard round threes. I wouldn't have got any of those, so look forward to facing these guys again in the future, but it was a great match, and thanks everybody.
Sean, you got any thoughts?
Sorry, I'm not 100% either. Everything Kirk said, we worked our butts off the last week once we found out especially Die Hard. Jeez, that's a lot of movies. Kirk and I, we found each other about 2 months ago, and we just kind of worked together, and it's our first match, and I felt we gelled real well. And based off of this match, I think we have a bright future ahead of us in this league and other leagues who allow us to be in it. Brian and Sean, it was a pleasure playing both you guys. Hopefully we get a rematch down the road when Sean is more healthy in a sense. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do this again.
There you go. And now let's go ahead and talk to the nice guys. Are you guys going to be nice to me by making you do this match? Let's start with Sean. I know you're a little tired. That's an understatement, and not feeling too well. But try and think about the match and how it went. Is there any questions that you feel like you would have gotten if you were 100%, or is this kind of how the match would have gone regardless?
No, my brain's like a canvas crazy, man. Honestly, there's a lot of questions. Like when the answer to that, I was like, I can't do that. I'm really sorry, Brian. Like I let you down.
Hey, honestly, for me, the fact that you feel bad that you guys lost makes me feel honored that you guys are taking this league seriously, similar to what the Jurassic Sharks did, talking about their preparing. That really means a lot to me, so I appreciate the fact that you guys really cared enough to actually not want to let anyone down and taking it seriously. Brian, this is your first time ever doing anything other than the tryout in any leagues that I have run. What were your thoughts on the format, the process, and just any overall thoughts on your performance in the match?
I liked everything except the host.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, fine.
Figure it out.
No, I mean, it was fun. It's nice to have something different. I like it in a different league. Every league kind of has their own thing, and I liked having that change up. As far as the match, we have all. I mean, it's already been mentioned several times, but Sean was dead tired tonight, and I'm sure that affected his focus and things like that. So, things like that happen, but this isn't a championship or anything. It's just one match in this long season, so we'll see where it goes from here.
There you go. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys are 0-1. I mean, you technically lost by TKO, but I mean, you're only 0-1, and there's only 12 teams I think in total. You guys are going to play again and play soon, and probably take your niceness out on someone else. So with that being said, closing out with my co-host over here, Paul. Paul, what were your thoughts on the very first team match in the new iteration of the Derby Trivia, and what are your thoughts on the season going forward?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's really impressive. And when it's 18-16 coming out of round one, I think that it shows that kind of both teams are teams to be taken very seriously. And I think moving forward, both of these teams will be very dangerous for any opponent that they run into. And round two and round three, the randomness of that always kind of, that's how the match goes. And, a couple spins different here, a couple spins different there, a couple different numbers, and it could have been a wholly different result. But here's what we got. And, I think both teams will be looking forward to their next match for sure.
There we go. So the very first team match over in the Derby Trivia, unedited at the current moment. We are at 34 minutes and counting. I guess we can do a full match and have some fun and have, not break the watch. So with that being said, I'm Henry Confidential. As always, if you made it this far in the video, please drop us a like and a comment. Talk about Jurassic Sharks and their performance, their debut as a team. Go ahead and comment and mention how sorry, thoughts and prayers for Sean and how we feel, and let Brian know if he made a right choice with this team and how they're going to kick ass in the future, and let us know how terrible I am as a host and how thankfully Paul balanced me out. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel, because Top 5 with Chance Ellison will be back, as well as singles and teams in There Will Be Trivia, because there will be trivia.